Hey, favored ones, welcome back to another collective reading. I'm Kymmy. Come take a seat at the round table. There's the wishing well in the corner if you care to throw in a couple of coins. Before we get started, over here on my channel, we like to do something called Welcoming Utopia. So anyone who is new here, thank you for joining us. For anyone who has returned, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate all those who tune in. So we do this thing called Welcoming Utopia. Is our frequency rising meditation, exercise, whatever you would like to call it, manifestation, where we focus on the energies and we can like write it by bulletin point or just list things off that you would find inside your personal utopia. So if that's fresh water supply for everyone, somewhere, making sure everyone has somewhere to sleep at night, understanding and accepting of sexualities and cultural backgrounds, whatever it is that that would make you feel like you were living in your personal utopia. I like to hold that and welcome it in together so that, manifesting together. Two heads are better than one, but 1,000 of them will ask something. So today I have a few download messages to go over before we get into pulling some cards and seeing what the feelings is. So, it came up to me last night, the Noble Eightfold Path, finding mindfulness through Buddhism or Buddhism, Samadhi. Some of you may be getting calls or contact from the Ascended Masters from the Buddhism or Hinduism cultures, and having deities reach out to you to do work with you and help you get through the life lessons you are at this time. Or if they're not calling out for you, you're just following those teachings. It could be where your cultural background is from. If you're from there, hello. Thank you for joining me all the way over here on the other side of the world in my living room here. I appreciate that. And remember, these are general readings, so not all messages will apply to you, and that's okay. We are all individuals, and we all have our own free will. So I got last night was a reminder download about crystal fusing, and I feel like we're really doing that at this time. We're starting to fuse back together. For me, it felt like how each one of us, of our souls, have a whole bunch of shard fragments of our soul that collect together to make us one crystal being. The same thing happened with the universe as it unfolded different shards in a pattern form to learn different lessons. Well, I feel now that a bunch of us have learned our individual lessons and are being magnetized towards each other in order to fuse for a higher vibrational lessons. Much like with crystal fusing, you can actually fuse two crystals together. You can actually, crystals can grow faster, and I feel like we are growing at a faster pace at this time. With the universe soul shards coming together, we are becoming closer in energies, much like how the pyramids we thought were only, triangular for many years. And then over years, we found out that they're actually diamond shaped. So this to me feels like we are just reaching the surface area of the depths of yourself. You have just reached the surface area of the depths of yourself and your community and what you're trying to build for yourself. I feel like you've only just reached the surface of the depths. And you are starting to realize in order to become fully complete of you're always a full complete person, but your story to become more complete and fused together, you are no longer rejecting the former parts of you and fusing it to be a part of you for a higher good, learning those lessons and using the wisdom to move forward with discernment and treating people, and most importantly yourself, better as you move forward. It's giving me the imagery of like when stalactites and stalagmites continue to form together and meet and create a column. I feel like you are creating a column between you are connecting the breach that you may have had between the higher realms and the physical realm. You're creating a column of information to download and give to those who may not be at a higher level of frequency at this time. And you may notice that more people are more receptive to hearing your wisdom and your advice, whereas they seem to be closed off to other people around you. And you're wondering what makes you so special. And it's not that what you're saying is any different than the other person that has given them advice before. The difference is the energy that you are being within, because you still hold that old energy, not in a negative way, but in a way of understanding. You understand that energy and what it was like to be in that moment instead of rejecting it away. So people on those frequency levels can understand you and allow that advice and allow that healing energy to come through. Because most cases, what makes a really good healer is not the fact that you are powerful and you have strong energies. Yeah, that sure helps. But being able to initiate contact, to breach and connect the bond, that in most cases, when people try to force that connection, the energies start pushing and polarizing away from each other, much like trying to push a north and south magnet towards each other. So it's not that you aren't magnetizing, it's not that you aren't giving out those signals for people to be healed, or that those people aren't giving out the same energies to heal and want to be healed. It's just that you weren't meant to make that connection. And sometimes as a healer, it isn't that you're supposed to make those connections. Sometimes it's leading people to those who they will listen. It's leading them to those articles and websites and tools so that they can use it on their own at the time. You are leaving golden nuggets behind for people to harvest when the time is right. So there's a lot of you that are able to shatter through the distortion. Your vibration from what you're fusing into your crystals right now, your crystalline being. Some of you may take liquid crystals and resonate with being a crystalline being. You are fusing within you that like almost like an echolocation and like a sonic wave. I'm getting like the Black Canary from like the comic books, that you're like, or a banshee, where you're sending vocal signals through and deteriorating the distortion in people right now. That's cool. That is awesome. And then they are willing and accepting to take advice from those they are meant to hear it for. So just remember, sometimes as a healer, you're not always meant to be there for very long, so you may notice that you cycle in and out of people's lives just as you needed it, and then you exit stage left. Some people might take offense to that, like, what happened? Like, you're a really big part of my life, and then all of a sudden you're like, are you putting me on the back burner? And it's not so much that you're putting them on the back burner, it's just you came to do what you were meant to do, and now you are orbiting into the next stage that the universe needs you to be in. So continue going around and disrupting the distortion as much as possible. Yeah, you're going around, and that's the part that you're fusing with yourself within your crystal, is you've fused the 3D and the 5D, because everyone thinks that the world's going to change drastically, and we'll just be able to feel it and see it energetically. And you are bringing down energy from the higher realms through this column and breaking away distortion. Some of you may do grid work, and this is how you're doing it. Some of you are doing it through your art. Some of you are doing it through leading by example, going to the gym, eating right, sharing recipes so others who may be afraid of asking for help. I feel like a lot of you, this is also martial arts like Krav Maga and capoeira, mixed martial art, any kind of martial, or just stretching more. And the fact that you are stretching is moving the distortion within your body, old paradigms, and that haven't been moved around for a while. You know, when the muscle starts to hurt and you're like, wow, I don't even remember having that muscle. That's moving distortion of needing to be stiff within the body. You are moving and removing, you're moving energy and removing distortion is so amazing. You are incredible. You are incredible. Some of you may resonate with having a big booty, because I know Pixar always got those big booties. So yeah, some of you might be a baddie, or just forgotten that you're a baddie, and you're removing the distortion around inside of your gray brain matter that maybe you thought you weren't a baddie. Maybe, you've been telling yourself that for a while, but you're at the gym and you're like, no, I'm strong, I'm amazing, I can do anything. And you can. You are amazing. You can do anything. Yeah, a lot of you might be using your wisdom to teach down to your kids. I feel like a lot of you may be incorporating your spirituality into your daily practices, getting your first ever tarot card, or looking into getting crystals. I feel it's very heavily right now, and that's one way that you may be removing distortion is by, some people say that tarot cards are evil, and one way you're removing distortion from your life is by showing how reading tarot has helped you and for the better and help bring clarity into your life. Yeah, that's one way you could be bringing clarity and removing distortion is by getting clarification through card readings. Now, if you're totally lost, make sure you're grounding yourself. Yes, with the stalactites and stalagmites. Making sure you are grounded within your energy before taking on this column of information. A lot of you could be getting connections from your starseed families at this time, getting direct downloads through this column of loving energy to leave you revitalized after you go out there and use distortion. Remember, if you are using your clairaudience or clairsenses, your clair gifts, like I can't just call it that. They're your clairs. If you are using your clairs and helping with Reiki or QHT sessions or prana healing, remember to ask your guides for protection and ask their guides to come and help along too. So that way it's not just on your physical body, leaving you to feeling depleted, and this will help you in the long run, not only for yourself, avoiding burnout, but it could also help in regards to being back on your feet and ready to get back in the races right away. I feel like a pit stop is always necessary when you're racing against yourself, because there's no reason not to make a pit stop because the race is on you. Can we get some messages, please, about the crystals? Any extra information that my favored ones should hear, please? Guides, guardian, ancestors, divine light. You're making tangible progress. Yes. And not only that, you're making tangible income. You may be feeling lackluster at this time. You were decorated. Yeah, when I'm looking at this, the fact that it's really red means that the soil is like very full of nutrients. The foundation that you're building on has a solid foundation. It's very nourishing. The foundation that you have is nourishing you at the moment, and you will have a fruitful abundance if you are continuing to take action towards dedication to yourself. The fact that it's passion too, red for passion, is that you will find solid foundation within your passion. Some of you might need to change your smoke detector. I don't know why my kitty it reminds me of a smoke detector. So some of you may some of you are able to detect smoke. Like you have clear lenses. You may be able to if there isn't any smoke around, you may be able to smell things that aren't there. That could be one of your clear gifts. You also may be really good at sensing when there is going to be smoke and fire. Like, you don't want this smoke, and you usually leave and avoid before there's a conflict that happens, or you avoid type. Oh, I just got the really, really strong smell of chlorine. Some of you may be going swimming, or the way you're working out and connecting your body, crystalline liquids. Yeah, some of you may be intense swimmers, or you're training for a triathlon where you do swimming. But yeah, I got like almost like water at my nose. Some of you may have just gone swimming or enjoy swimming a lot. Some of you may miss swimming, and your Starseed family is inviting you to spend more time in water, especially those who resonate with being Atlantean. You may notice that you get more downloads when you're in the shower, and some of you may be writing it off as just shower thoughts. If you have the Google set up so that you could be like, AG, and then get them to write down whatever comes to your mind. If you're not good at remembering, you can write it down after you get out, but if you're not good at really remembering, you could get one of those like recording devices for your phone. Some of you may resonate with being tree climbers or hug trees a lot. I wanna be a millionaire so freaking bad. Someone wants to be a millionaire so freaking bad, apparently, because that song got stuck in my head. And guess what? You, the Empress, you already are. Just because people don't know it doesn't make it not true. You have the Midas touch. You are holding the talking stick. It's your turn to talk. It's your turn to speak up about what you've been through and where you're going. Many people have crowned you as a great person for advice. Yeah, you have a lot of people, a lot of stars are impressed with you, whether they're local stars or media stars. You're getting a lot of attention at this time, and from people who you may not even notice, or you wouldn't expect to have that much interest in what you do. A lot of you may be advocating and talking out about Palestine, considering those kind of look like watermelons to me. A lot of you could be speaking out about the fact that what they do to the crops and everything with our food, and you speak out about that, because I know watermelons and pumpkin seeds, or just any kind of squash family with pumpkin seeds together really helps remove, if you notice skin irritation and like stuff like that from eating certain foods. That's one of the things I do personally to help combat that for things when you know you're not able to afford to get organic, and even at that I still don't trust it. A lot of you could be speaking out about your theories at these time, and a lot of people are starting to recognize that you were telling the truth. Yeah, you're getting transformation. You're transforming from being the person who everyone was like, yeah, right, to being the person where people are like, how do you feel about that? Do you believe this? What's going on? Like, you're the one who's told, yeah, Tower moment. Everyone's starting to recognize that you were telling the truth. And that when you say you're going to transform and you're going to do something, you do it. Yeah, the truth is coming. Yeah, a lot of people are not going to like the fact that you're talking about the truth and sitting in your Empress power, and could be using your platform for speaking out. This could be a lot of falling outs with families, friends, and such for blocking and like because they don't believe in the same things as you. But I feel like this tower moment already had passed. It could have been something where you hit rock bottom and you transformed from that, and now you're making tangible progress back to becoming the Empress where you deserve to sit nice and pretty. And that's like any gender whatsoever. You all pretty. Y'all handsome. Y'all damper. Y'all dish. Okay. So, some of you could be transitioning as well, and that's what that the big change is that the big transformation and a tower moment is like coming out to some people and letting them know who you really are. You never dropped your crown. Your crown is always there, whether you want to see it and believe it. Let's get one more card, please, Spirit Guides, Guardians, Ancestors. Some of you might enjoy watching Japanese manga and anime. It's too new. You can't do that, Kim. It's too new. Okay. I'm still breaking her in. Yeah, I don't wanna crease her. Some of you are worried about the creases, like leaving your mark. Don't worry about leaving your mark. You're meant to take up room. You are not meant to be a wallflower. You are not meant to be on the back burner. Some of you may be worried about being a one-hit wonder. Yeah, something about like how they think lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. That you are making tangible progress. Yeah, like you only make one book or you only make one song. People could be talking about that. Because I got the song, the reason why I bring that up is because I got the song, MC Hammer. Some of you could be MCs, and you're putting that hammer down. You could be band hammering people. You could be making that big moves like Harley Quinn. Some of you could be lovers in same-sex relationship and have moved on from the tower moment where people weren't treating you like the empress that you deserve to be, and that love in return is transforming you and bringing about financial prosperity bits at a time. But yeah, I had MC Hammer Can't Touch This, and it was considered a one-hit wonder. And I don't think you're going to be a one-hit wonder. I don't think you're just going to have one video that goes viral. I don't think you're going to have just one song that goes viral. I don't think you're going to have one book that makes bestseller. I don't think you're just going to host one event ever. I think you are meant to be a promoter. I think you are meant to be an artist. I think you are meant to be a creative. Yeah, so that's my clairaudient message, is that you are not a one-hit wonder, and people can't touch you. You may be worried and putting up a lot of protection at this time, which is greatly, you know, a great intention to have, but also remember that your guides have your back. Yes, Olympus. I love you. You're so cute. So Olympus says hello. You may be getting messages from Olympus as well for those who work with deities. You could be receiving messages from Olympus at this time, or traveling to Greece, or just somewhere where it's on your list that you want to visit. You may enjoy Greek mythology. It's just something that comes to mind. Oh, or you like traveling and mountain climbing. Some of you may be rock climbers or photographers of landscapes, and you travel to remote places. Yeah, the universe wants to let you know that you have the remote. You are in control. Create your own reality. Tune into the channel that you would like to be a part of. Ooh, like the staying like with the columns as well. Yeah, you're definitely in someone's column. You could be on a music column. It's giving the High Priestess energy because there's the columns on it. I know one column stands for justice. I don't know what the other one stands for. I think it might be benevolence. But yeah, you are breaking injustice for yourself at this time. You are not holding back anymore with your intuition. If your intuition tells you something, you are on it now. You don't care if it makes the front news column that you didn't agree with who such and such, and you don't care if it makes the front column of the school paper. A lot of you could be journalists, and you're writing a column at this time as well. Yeah, some of you, some coworkers may feel like you only wrote one column, and that you were only gonna have one famous column, but no, you're not. You're gonna write many more columns of interest. Remember to hydrate. I'll be talking. Muses. Hello. Emotions, moves of emotions. So, you're mirroring yourself. Yeah, you're fusing into yourself. Doesn't it look like two crystals are fusing with yourself? You're fusing with yourself. It reminds me of like Steven Universe, where Garnet, some of you may enjoy Garnet or have a birthday in February or something important coming up in February. Yeah, some of you are going back to school. The School of Fish here. Some of you are going back to school for QHHT or Reiki for your next level. And the reason why I got this is because of the imagery with the School of Fish. And these black and white lines always remind me of those like hypnosis swirls. So a lot of you are either mentoring or taking on students for quantum healing, hypnosis techniques, and at this time. And for those who don't resonate with that, then what I'm getting is that some of you are learning how to do magic tricks again, sleight of hand. You know, it's like, I'm here, now I'm here. Drinking a lot more water. I feel like since you know how crystals hold energy and so does water, I feel like you're speaking affirmations into your water before drinking it, or you're setting out water at the end of the night with a bit of salt next to your bed, and then in the morning flushing it down the toilet to remove energies while you are sleeping at night, to cleanse and take away from the ones that you have picked up over the day, just because you may be very absorbent in other energies if you are a water sign dominant within your chart. I had it there and then I let it go. Yeah, the universe wants you to stop letting go of your wins for other people. You are deserving just as much as the next. And I know you can create your own, but sometimes the universe is sending it for you. Their win will be around the corner if it is meant for them. Keywords: compassion, joy, the freedom to feel all the emotions as a way to self-discover, transcendent state of bliss, meditation, inner calm and knowing, being totally in touch with your desires and with balance and feeling emotion, avoiding moodiness, rinsing the shadow. So yeah, fusing your self with your old past self and realizing you're not a hypocrite just because you grew into new vibrations. It doesn't make you a hypocrite. It doesn't make you fake. You're not a fake crystal. You're not a fake diamond. You're a real diamond. Come, tiny vessel of love, to a place where waters drops off and pours everything into the sweet shell of life. This message of high love resides where all the bits and pieces of your anger and sadness are brewing and alchemized into beautiful experience for your soul. For they too are experiences to be cherished and learned from. Come meditatively, quietly, calmly, with everything you are, leaving nothing behind, for you will need it all in this place of mindful understanding. Steer clear of manipulation and moodiness, and come into the night on the sweet wave of kindness. For those are the waves that will push you past the ripple tide. You will float. They will float you. Some of you may resonate with the number 69. Since the page is on. They will float you to the sandbanks of connection and invite you to explore your inner world with the gentlest compassion. Your task is simple. Be true to your heart and accept the nature that is, as the healing waters of pure love are heading your way. Attend awareness of perception, reaction, emotion, empathetic and true. Sensitive wisdom who crosses the sea. The subtle magic of now lies within you. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. Yeah, some of you may be worried about finding your twin. Just remember we are complete as a person. As we break off in shards, sometimes we have individual journeys, and if you don't make it this lifetime with your twin flame, then there will always be other partners and other lessons for you to learn in this lifetime. Not everyone's going to have a twin flame in this lifetime, and that doesn't make you any less complete or any less of a person. You are 100% a crystal, growing ever more every day. Some of you may like sycamore trees or evermore trees. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's everything I have. I was looking for symbolism and see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you, but that's everything I have, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all those who do, and hopefully you find it some comfort and clarification or confirmation within my messages. Remember to eat, hydrate, and to have fun. Bye!